honest anxiety. I'm frothing over the romance. So the amount of pain. I have gone through 2 books with them. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian, and in today's reading vlog I will be finishing series that I'm in the middle of. I've just been wanting to finish some fantasy series and I really want to get them done as soon as possible. So I've been in a slight reading slump, but I feel like I'm feeling a lot better when it comes to me feeling slumpy. I don't really want to force myself to read a lot of books. I usually read 3 books in a week, but I feel like I might not be able to reach that goal. So for right now, I'm only planning on 2. These are the 2 books that I'm planning on reading in this video. I have started on 1. I've started Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. These will finish off the 2 duologies I've been really wanting to read. I am currently at page 62, and this book is actually pretty short. It's only 400 pages. I'm pretty sure Two Twisted Crowns is also around 400 pages. I feel like they're pretty easy fantasy reads. I will give you guys updates as we go on. Please bear with me. I know I haven't been uploading consistently. I've just been really unmotivated. I've also been really slumpy. Hopefully things will actually get better. I'll give you guys an update when I actually have gone through a few pages of Ruthless Vows. It is actually currently 2 p.m., almost 2 p.m. and I have been running errands this morning. I had a very productive morning. I did work, I finished everything, and now I'm actually free to do whatever I want. I did not film anything yesterday because I actually didn't read anything yesterday. I was very busy. I finally have time to read, so I'm gonna do that. I did get to part 2 of this book. It says Dawn to the Flame over here, and I'm not page 100 of this book, and I am gonna continue on reading. I have been annotating it and I really like this book. The writing is just so beautiful. I love some of the quotes in here. I just feel like this book, at least for me, I have a different reaction to this book compared to Divine Rivals. I was one of those rare people who didn't really like it because I felt like there were not a lot of fantasy elements for a fantasy book, and it just felt like a historical fiction romance type of thing. I think I had high expectations, so I was very let down by that book, but I did want to continue with the whole series. I'm really happy that I got to reading this because I actually really do like this book. I'm finally 1/4 of the way through this book and I'm actually reading, which to me is just already such a good improvement than last week. I'm gonna take that as a win and I'm just gonna sit down and power through this book. I am not expecting to get this done today, but I do hope I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go and read now, and then I will once again give you guys updates if I do have any updates about this book. I am having absolute visceral reactions reading this, and obviously did not expect to absolutely enjoy my time reading Ruthless Vows, considering how I did not really enjoy Divine Rivals. Sorry about that, my dog is trying to get his toy. Anyway, I am almost halfway through this book. I'm not page 194. I think the reason why I love this book a lot more than Divine Rivals, especially the romance in this, is because in Divine Rivals, when they're exchanging letters, they are strangers, but when you're in Ruthless Vows, they're actually like star-crossed lovers, and you know they've been in a relationship before, you know they were in love, you're very aware of the pain that they're in. And like in the beginning of the book, Roman completely lost his memories, so the amount of pain. I love the writing. The writing here is crazy. Can you give me 5 minutes? I'm gonna read some of the quotes here. I don't think these are necessarily spoilers because they don't have really much context, but it reminded me that I cannot hold those I love in a cage, even if it feels like protecting them. For the way it gathered on his shoulders like snow, cold and soft and infinite, melting as soon as he touched it. The prose is beautiful. Why did the gravity seem to gather around her even hours after he had dreamt of her? I'm gonna continue my read. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm hoping to get at least to 250 today. I'm not expecting too much, but it'll be great if I can read another 100 pages. I'm gonna continue on. I'll update you guys when I am a lot more into this book. Currently midnight. It's currently 12 a.m. and I am going to go to bed, but I do want to give a little quick update on Ruthless Vows because I did end up reading a few more pages. I didn't end up reading to page 250. I'm at chapter 34. This is page 242. I actually aimed to reach part 4, which is page 287. But yeah, that did not happen. I'm getting to a point of the book where it's gonna be, I think, a lot more painful than I expected it to be, because some of the things that are happening here right now, I cannot go through without getting heart palpitations from how scared I am for both main characters. Like, I don't even know what to do with the main characters, and it's gonna be so painful, and I don't think I'm ready yet. Like, the emotional damage it's gonna do on me right now is, I'm not ready. So I'm gonna put this off. This book is really hard. Like, it's giving me honest anxiety for both the characters. If I were in their positions, I would give up. And the whole star-crossed situation is still going on, and I just feel for them so much, and I really like how this book is going. I feel like with books, I love when characters go through pain, or if they go through something that's really emotional. I just feel like it gives a lot of depth to them as characters. It gives them a lot of feelings, it gives them a lot of character in who they are as a person. And I love seeing how both of them go through their pain and suffering in different ways and how they kind of deal with it. It's really fun, just really painful though. So I am going to stop now, but I am aiming to get this done tomorrow. So I'm hopefully gonna be able to get this done tomorrow. I'm gonna stop talking now. I feel like I'm rambling too much. I will go now. I will update you guys tomorrow morning.
Editing Vivian here. I am here to pop in to let you guys know that I don't know what happened, but I basically lost a clip that was supposed to come before the clip you're going to see later, and no context whatsoever. I had no idea what I was saying, and I think I was reviewing Ruthless Vows because I did finish the book at that time, and so I think it's something to do with me talking about the book, but I don't remember anything at all. So basically, I finished Ruthless Vows, and I was going to review the book. Let's just say I did have fun with the book. Moving on.
Overall, this book was such a good read. I had a lot of fun annotating this book, and also the ending. It was a good ending, but it wasn't satisfactory, if that makes any sense. Maybe to me, it could have ended a little bit better, but also at the same time, I knew why it ended that way and why it was a little bit anticlimactic overall. But yeah, I did have fun with Ruthless Vows, and I did enjoy this a lot more than Divine Rivals. I'm gonna sit on my rating for a bit. I know for sure it's above 4 stars, but I don't really know what. Now that I'm done with this book, I can pick up another book, and I'm actually very happy that I got this done today, because tomorrow I am going to be out the whole day. I don't even think I will be at home at all, so that's a little problem that we're having. I don't really want to bring a book, and so I was thinking I could read on my Kindle. And for a while I was trying to figure out if there was a book that I could read on the Kindle that I had a physical copy of, because I do want to get through my physical TBR as well. And I realized there's actually a series that is on the Kindle that I do own the physical copies of, and it is the Shadows and Crowns series. I am now up to book 3, which is The Call of the Void by S.M. Geither, and I realized it's on KU, so I downloaded it and I'm going to be reading this tomorrow. But as for right now, because I want to read this tomorrow in my Kindle instead, and we are currently I think at 9 p.m. or something. It's not 9 p.m. yet, but I do actually want to pick a book up, which is a little bit crazy because I've been in a reading slump. So I'm going to pick up the second book that I was planning on reading in this video, and that's Two Toots of Crowns by Rachel Gillig, which is the second book in the Shepherd King duology. And I really want to get this duology done too, so I'm gonna pick this one up. And it's also a pretty short read, 400 pages. I will also be annotating this. I have a few tabs that was left over from the first book, and I think I'll have fun with annotating this, so I'm gonna get into this immediately. I'm pretty excited to get into reading this because the first book, although it didn't really end in a cliffhanger, I really want to know what's gonna happen next, so I'm gonna get into this. My goal is not to actually get The Call of the Void done, but just to read at least a little bit of it and then to finish Two Toots of Crowns. I don't know if I'm gonna give another update tonight. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do B-roll footage, but I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Hi guys, it is currently almost 6 p.m. and I just got back home. I'm so tired. I've been on and about since 8 in the morning and I just got back home and I'm exhausted and I just want to rest and chill. Basically, I want to give a book update because I did end up reading on my Kindle. I realized that there was no need for me to bring my Kindle because when I was out, I wasn't able to read. So I brought the book, Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I brought this and I read in the car ride on the way there and on the way back home, but I did fall asleep on the way back home. I didn't read a lot. I only read 62 pages. So my thoughts on One Dark Window, which is the first book of this duology, is that I really enjoyed that story and I loved the magic system, the world building. I felt like that portion was really well done. I felt like the romance was lacking, not in a way that it's like bad, but just not a lot of romance. When I went into this book, I just made sure that I didn't have high expectations with the romance, but I did love the world building. I felt like the magic was done so well. The Providence cards and the idea that the user who can use magic will end up degenerating, and I really liked that concept. Jumping into this, I knew for a fact that I wouldn't be that bored by it because I loved the world. I loved the characters as well. I felt like they were all really well done, especially the side characters too. I really like this one. I get a lot of POVs of other characters that I have not yet heard of because I think in the first book, it's only the main character's POV and maybe a little bit of the male main character's POV. I really had fun reading those first 60 pages. I'm gonna go now and then I'm gonna catch up with you guys when I have more updates about Two Twisted Crowns. So pale today. It is the next day. It is currently almost 3 p.m. and I have an update for Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. No, I'm not done with it. I can't read that fast. Yesterday night, I stopped at around page 160 something and then I continue on reading this morning up until the afternoon and I'm now at chapter 30. This is page 225. Oopsies. If you guys can see my annotations, I've been having so much fun with this book. I feel like this book is so much better than the first one. I love the romance in here. I feel like now I can see why it's called a romance fantasy book because I have a lot of romance scenes in this. And also there's another new couple in this book and can't tell you who they are, but I freaking love them. Their interactions are my favorite. It's not even the main characters that are my favorite. It's the two of them and I love it to bits. A lot of the annotations that I did are because of the two of them. And also I find myself like laughing and giggling with this book because of the romance scenes and some of the things that happen. I am frothing over the romance. It's so good, but also I absolutely love the fantasy world. The magic system, truly amazing. World building, immaculate. I don't think there's anything that I feel like has plot holes in the magic system so far. I am flying through the book. I really want to read, so I quickly stopped for a bit to record an update, but I really want to continue on reading this. Like, I am so excited to get this done. I don't know if I will be recording another update tonight. I don't know if I can finish this even today, but that's the aim, to finish this today. And also tomorrow I'll be out the whole day, so I probably won't be reading at all tomorrow. Realistically speaking, weekends are pretty difficult for me. That being said, I will quickly get this done. If I get this done before I go out, then I'll give an update. I'm currently loving this so much and I'm so happy because I feel like I'm not feeling super slumpy anymore. I'm actually feeling I really want to pick up books now. So that's a really good feeling and I really like that. I officially finished reading Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I'm also giving a quick little update at night. It's currently the same day and it's currently at nighttime. And I just want to give a quick little update of my feelings of how this book ended. I felt like the action and the climax was done really well. I really like how it ended. I loved all of the characters and I really like how the side characters also played such a big role in this book. I just really like the romance in here. I felt like the romance between the main characters are not very strong in this book. I did feel like, however, there was a little bit of a part of this book that I didn't really know why it happened that way, or I was kind of iffy about it. I didn't know why it had to happen. It was significant, but technically if it was not done this way, this book wouldn't have even existed. So I could understand why, but at the same time, it was like, why did it happen that way? So that part of the book is why I don't think I'll be giving this like an entire 5 stars. I'm gonna give this like a 4.5, probably a 4.5. And now we're gonna head into our Kindle book, which I also have the physical copy of, The Call of the Void by S.M. Guider. This book, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. I might end up DNFing the book, to be honest, because this series didn't give me the best lasting impression. I also feel like I need to pick up another book that will probably complete a trilogy. That one, I feel like I need to pick that one up more than this one. And the book is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin, which is the final book in the Serpent and Dove trilogy. Yeah, that's my thought process right now. I am, however, going to go to bed and think about this tomorrow. I will see you guys hopefully on Sunday. Hey guys, it's been 2 days and I have expected this. I basically have been extremely busy. There was this wedding expo, and if you guys don't know, I am planning my wedding because I'm getting married next year, and there was a wedding expo, so I went there for all 3 days. But I did try my best to read a little bit, and I also have a little bit of updates for you guys. I think I mentioned a few times that I was gonna read Call of the Void by S.M. Guider, I think it's called. It's book 3 of the Shadows and Crowns series, but I ended up picking something else that I felt like I really needed to get the series done, and it's Serpent and Dove trilogy and the third book, Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. I have been pushing this book off for a very long time, mainly because I really didn't like the second book, and so getting into this was a difficult choice because, once again, didn't like the second book, didn't know if I would feel like okay with this third book, but I decided to pick it up. I just wanted to get this done and over with, and I also feel like I'm not that much into reading stuff anymore, so I decided to get this. And right now, page wise, I'm only at page 36, and this is a 600 page book. This is about a witch and a witch hunter who is forced to get married because of some circumstances, and the witch hunter doesn't know that he is marrying a witch. There's so many secrets, so many plots, so many plot twists that I really enjoyed the first book, but the second one felt like a filler book. I felt like this whole trilogy could have been a duology. This is such a thick book, you guys, like 600 pages. What is supposed to happen? But yeah, I really want to just get this trilogy done because there's a spin-off that is called The Scarlet Veil, and I did purchase the first book of that, and I really want to get into that. So I'm gonna try to read a little bit before I go to sleep, maybe like 20 pages or so. Night update. It is currently 11-ish p.m. and I am about to go to bed. I apparently had a lot of work to do, so I didn't do that much reading, but I spent the whole night reading, and I have read up until page 229 of Gods and Monsters. I am one chapter before part 3. I'm stopping here. I am not even halfway through this book. This is such a thick book. So far, my thoughts about this book is that I think I mentioned I didn't like the second book of this trilogy. This one, I feel like the start is a little bit better. It doesn't feel as fillery as the second book, but I still do feel like the writing is a little bit boring, not grabbing my attention too much, and I also feel like the characters are not interesting enough. I have gone through 2 books with them, but I still don't feel like I have any connection with them. It's a little bit difficult getting through this. It is better than the second book, but it's still not as good as the first book. I just feel like there's a lot of things happening, but I completely forgot some of the characters that appeared in this book. That's my experience with this book. I am hoping that following this chapter it will get better. I'm just hoping for a smooth ride at this point, and I'm also hoping to get this done tomorrow. Like, I'm desperate to actually finish this tomorrow. That's the goal, to get this done tomorrow, but obviously I don't know if I can. It's like 350 pages, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I am really tired. I don't think I can even open my eyes at this point. really bad lighting, I would stand up to light my lamp. My dog is sleeping on my lap, so I literally cannot move at all. I'm gonna do a quick update like this, and then we'll do a better update later in the night. I am now over halfway. I'm at page 356. It's currently 10 p.m. So even if I do spend the whole night reading this, I don't think I can finish this book. Thankfully, tomorrow I don't have to wake up really early. I don't have any workouts tomorrow. I'm gonna try and push through. Obviously, not sure if it's gonna happen or not, but I'm gonna try to push through at least a significant amount. My feelings on this book is that it's getting really, really draggy, and something happened in the middle of this book where a trope appeared, a trope I really don't like in books. And personally to me in this book, it wasn't necessary to actually include this trope, but thankfully the plot in the first half was pretty okay. It wasn't as boring of a read as Blood and Honey. So I hope that the latter half of this book is going to pick up somehow. I still have to edit a video because I need to upload a reading vlog today. I totally forgot to do that. Moving on, I'm gonna make this update really quick because it's currently almost 1 in the morning. I didn't realize that I was reading for that long, but I am now at page 427. No chapter number, but I think I'm very close to part 4 of this book, page 449. With the second book, the plot picked up at the end, and in this one I feel like the plot is starting to really pick up at the end. But obviously with that trope, I'm still feeling a little bit annoyed by what's happening. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I have less than 200 pages left to the end of this book. It's around 600 pages. I am gonna aim to finish this tomorrow. I just had a lot of work to do today, and thankfully don't have to wake up early tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will see you guys in the morning. As you guys saw, I did finish Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. You guys, I am so proud of myself because this book I've been putting off for a while. I finally got into it. I finally finished this trilogy. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so happy that I actually picked this up. Like, I'm actually very happy that I finished it. And if you guys saw the clip before, I did tear up a little bit reading the last scene, the epilogue. And even though I keep mentioning that this book was kind of boring, there were a few scenes that were very fillery, some things happened that I felt like didn't need to happen, I did feel like the ending of this book was very satisfactory, especially the epilogue. I sometimes feel like with books, epilogues can be a little bit useless, but in this one, I truly loved the epilogue. The epilogue was really good. There's a reason why I loved it too, and there's also another reason why I teared up a little bit reading the epilogue. Overall, I did like this a lot more than Blood and Honey for sure, and as I've expected, the last 250 pages were pretty fast-paced. There was a lot of action, a lot of drama going on, and even though the middle portion of this book was kind of boring, I can understand why things happened the way it did. In the first book, you don't really get a lot of character interactions, but with this one, you get a lot of side characters that play a huge role in how this ended, and I think that to me is a lot more special. I'm thinking either like a 3 or a 3.25. I'm definitely not rating it higher than a 3.5. We are done with this vlog. Let me grab the books that we read in this vlog. So I read 3 books in this reading vlog. I read Ruthless Vows, Two Twisted Crowns, and Gods and Monsters, and I finished 3 series as well. So I'm very proud of myself for actually reading this and finishing it, and they're all fantasy series, by the way. I was in a reading slump, so I haven't been wanting to read fantasy, and just reading 3 in a row and actually reading them and actually enjoying some of these, I am so happy about these 3 books. I had so much fun with this reading vlog. I am also very happy that I read these books. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know if you guys want to see more reading vlogs like this. I probably will do another 24-hour readathon very soon because I haven't done one in a while, and I also really want to get to reading more books, and so that will probably help me with reading a lot of books. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you guys have not done that yet. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!